was so terrible for you guys.
Timmy. Yeah, what's up, everybody? We're live. We try to squeeze in some personal stories that can't be said on stream right before stream, but you know, whatever. We're here with Derek Poston, one of our good friends. This is the list that kind of helped start the idea for the show, because we had this argument at your guys' apartment one night about who the top 10 villains would be, and I think we only made it to 4 in like about 3 hours of arguing. So we have a lot of ground to cover.
Brian was so wrong.
Yeah.
We couldn't get past 4 because it was like, yo, he was saying like the worst villain is the kid from Toy Story. It's like, yo, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. I don't know if Sid makes a top 10, Brian, but this is. I think this is. I mean, I don't want to say a bad pun, but I think this is going to be a bloodbath, because I just writing down villains. I wrote down like 35 villains that I think deserve to be mentioned. So I think this is going to be crazy.
Yeah. So
wow.
Yeah, see, I started the same thing. I just started listing out villains, and then I was like, look, if I don't like seriously try to think of a top 10, I can go forever. So yeah. I had to stop at like 2015 before I'm like, all right, let me just do 10. Otherwise,
I think this is one that we could like do a sequel on.
Yeah,
12.
Yeah.
12's perfect.
I hit 12 and I left it there.
We're gonna have to like.
Let me ask you guys a question. Before we start, did you do a mix of made up people and real people? Or was it all fictional characters?
Yeah, it's a little bit of both.
I have a couple.
Okay.
Yeah,
a bit of both, bro. I got a little bit of everything in there.
Yeah. We're gonna have to like knock people off honorable mentions. I think that's how deep this is gonna go.
Yeah. I wrote my 10, and then I have 2 honorable mentions.
All right, perfect.
Okay.
Cool. So let's get started. I mean, my number one. I think everyone's number one. If it's not number one, then you're a bad person. I have Satan.
Me too.
Derek, who do you have?
Yo, that bitch ass nigga Satan's not even in my top 20, bro.
Come
Get
on.
the fuck out of here.
Come on.
That pussy ass nigga, he don't even do anything. He plays the heart now.
He's the.
That's what angels do.
He's the reason sin exists.
God is the reason sin exists. God is the devil, bro.
I have Satan number 2 just because I do think he is definitely overrated. He is 100% overrated, but he is like the biggest villain in terms of like our life, I guess, kind of.
He's overrated,
but
but
all these other people are bad.
Yeah, he's the reason villains exist is because of Satan. If Satan never existed, there wouldn't be villains. There wouldn't be evil. He is the embodiment of evil.
Bro, that nigga just loses the whole time. His fake book. First off, in his fake book y'all are talking about. Let's break down what we're talking about. We're talking about a fake ass book. So yeah, and that nigga ain't Sauron, nigga. Sauron, hold on, bro. If we're talking about one character from a book, y'all want to put this reality on that nigga. He ain't real, fool. He is a fake character. Let's break down what he is.
Okay, but 9 of my top 10 are from books, so it's like.
Even if he is a fake character, I mean, in terms of like, he's a fake character of the best-selling book of all time.
Number 1 selling book of all time.
Bro, look out there doing evil things because of the book.
God is the one who killed all the gay niggas and they're out the devil's like, bro, why you do that? The devil's an anti-hero of anything. He ain't a villain.
I will say this: the devil does get a lot of credit for a lot of shitty things God did, and they just attribute to the devil afterwards. There is that, like you know what it is. The devil is evil is put on the devil, sort of like in the way that being gay was put on Dumbledore. It's like the stuff happened, and then afterwards they're like, "Oh yeah, that's the devil."
Oh yeah, there was an evil guy before.
Hey, that's the devil.
Yeah, I mean,
exactly.
I agree, but I think he is like the OG villain. He is the number 1 villain. I mean, it's the best-selling book of all time. It's the largest religion in the world. He's the guy.
It's the religion that
most fear. People are so scared of Satan and going to hell.
He's a pussy ass villain, bro.
I agree. I think he's a pussy too.
Have a conversation and fuck up a whole nigga life. They fuck up a whole nigga everything. They kill his family. They fuck him up, fool. And it was just off a little conversation they had.
Yeah.
So who's the villain in that?
It was
like, no, bro, the devil is a pussy. Fool.
It was an ego. That was an ego trip on God's part for sure.
Well, God is always doing shit. I'm turning right into salt. Come on, bro. You turn things into salt.
But I understand you have a beef with God, Derek, but you do have to give Satan some credit for being a villain, bro.
Bro, God created the nigga.
Sure.
Wait, Derek, who's your number one?
Actual number one villain of all time, the Joker.
That's my number one as well.
All right.
Come on, what are we
right.
talking about? Thank you, Asad.
That's annoying.
Say, I like that. Let's preach. Asad, why is Joker number one? Because we on the same wavelength, clearly.
It's just like, he is like, I mean, it's just the perfect villain. He is the embodiment of chaos.
Yeah.
He's a fucking clown.
Yeah.
There's been, I would say there's look at all the iconic Jokers that have been played, right? You have the original Joker in the 60s. Like, that's a recognizable Joker. Then you have Jack Nicholson. Then the animated fucking, when Luke Skywalker plays him, Mark Hamill. That's an iconic Joker. Then you have Heath Ledger, which is, of course, arguably the best Joker, and then you have Joaquin Phoenix, which is arguably another best Joker. I mean, it's just...
Don't you leave out Jared Leto. I'll punch in your face.
He loves Jared Leto.
It was a Joker, fool. It was a different Joker, too.
He did. It was a different Joker. But either way, it's like this villain that, like, look, there's so many interpretations of him. Like, you can come at him with so many different angles. Everything...
Oh, yeah, you do. Like Blade.
There's that Satan. There's the Satan on that Fox show. He's got like 4 different names. Like, you know what I mean? Lucifer, Beelzebub. Like, please don't say Satan isn't diversified enough.
Okay. No, Satan got credits. I'm not saying he wasn't on Leno, but he got a credit, bro. But the nigga, the Joker. This is why the Joker, bro. Even Satan. This is why he's number one for me. Satan and every other villain on my list, every other one, they have a plan. I take your plans. And what does he do, Lockwood? What does he do?
I mean, yeah, you
know what he does.
I don't know. I can't put him above Satan, but I kind of agree with you. It's like in terms of like actual villains, Joker is the definition of an actual villain. He's like designed to be a villain. Yeah, pure chaos. Yeah, you're right.
He's coming at you. He is coming at you on some spiritual shit. And it's like, well, how do you beat that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and as far as this is why I put Satan second, because it's like, in terms of like destruction, the Joker causes a lot of destruction compared to the hero of his story. Compared to the hero of the Bible, I would say God causes way more destruction to Satan. Now, like on like Earth, as far as physical bad things that happen to you, God causes it way more. And this is before even Satan is introduced as a concept.
No, Satan's in Genesis.
But like it's like attributed to him. It's not like they don't say this is Satan.
Yeah, the devil. He took the form of a snake and convinced Eve to eat the apple.
Yeah, but that's not in the actual Genesis.
Yeah, it is.
Is it the devil?
Yeah, it's.
I think that's a New Testament look on the Old Testament. Because I'm reading the Old Testament right now. They never mentioned devil. That's that's why I put that's why I said it was kind of like the gay thing with Dumbledore. It's kind of put on it after the fact. In the actual New Testament, they don't even say it's a, we interpret a serpent as a snake, but we don't know what that means either. So it's like there's a lot of like, we're putting a lot of later things on the devil that just didn't happen in the actual story. If you were to read it literally.
All right, so we put Joker above Satan.
Devil. I mean,
who would win?
Joker at 4.
Who would win enough? I had Joker at 3.
Sorry,
that's bad respect. I think he would appreciate that.
I had Joker at 3.
2 1s, a 4, and a 3.
Who would win the fight?
Yeah, who would win between Satan and the Joker?
So you didn't have. So where'd you have Satan? No, Derek, you said you left him off the list. Hassan, where did you have Satan?
Satan 2. Because I do think
him being left off Derek's list hurts.
Bro, that nigga's a pussy. That nigga ain't in my honorable mention. My honorable mention, so fuck Satan up.
I put Joker 1.
I really didn't want to make the point that I do think Satan is a little overrated.
Yeah.
But by a little overrated, I mean he's 2. I mean, because it's not. I don't think there's any bigger. There's like very little bigger villains.
But he is like the realest villain in the sense of the world we live in. Christianity is the largest religion on earth, and he's the villain of that religion. You know what I mean?
That was a big fact. That was a big factoid right there.
Yeah, and he's the same villain in Islam too. So it's like it is huge.
Oh,
then
it's hard to argue with.
That's almost the whole world.
That nigga's a pussy, bro. That nigga ain't. That
I agree. He's a huge
Once
pussy.
again,
I could kick his ass.
Yo, Derek, I love the logic and the way to view him. Fuck him.
Yeah.
No,
My
number two is like would fuck Satan fool in the ass.
Who is it?
Number two?
Yeah, can I
Number
guess?
two villain of all time.
Can I guess who yours is? Voldemort.
Hell no.
Oh damn.
Okay. Wait. If we're trying to guess Derek's, Thanos.
Oh.
All right.
Darth Vader.
Did you mention it before?
If I mentioned it, no.
I mean, just say it so we don't get rid of all our people already.
Hitler.
That's what I had as number 2 too. Yeah.
You had Hitler?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's number 2.
I agree.
Okay,
I had Hitler at 7.
He killed real
I had
people.
Hitler at 7.
For real.
Yeah.
For real.
You gotta get some credit for doing it for real. Yeah.
Yeah, hey, numbers are numbers, dog.
Yeah, I had him above the
He's,
Joker.
Yeah, he running a score.
I had Hitler in my top 10. I had one more real person ahead of him, and he's my number 4. But I'll throw it out here now. Just I would say Genghis Khan.
I wrote him down.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think Hitler's talked about more. Hitler like lives in the.
Okay, here's my argument against that. Right, Hitler is talked about more now, right? And I'll never forget the story. In 10th grade, when we were going over World War II, my teacher asked, like, because, we had a bunch of students from Asia. So my teacher asked, who here who doesn't live in America, who here knows about the Holocaust? And none of the foreign kids raised their hand. They just had no idea. So he's talked about more now here. The thing that what makes Genghis Khan so evil is that we know he's a bad person. He's not someone we're taught of in history, right? But we still know his name. Meanwhile, these kids.
We're taught him.
Are you taught? Like,
I mean,
how much?
I wasn't in school.
Really taught of him. I wasn't taught of him.
Same amount you taught about slavery. Same amount. He gets a blip.
Yeah, I feel like we had like our Asia Week in Genghis Khan.
Listen, he got a blip.
Like modern history.
He got a highlight.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
I learned he killed 40 million people.
They brought it up.
Yeah, it's like 8% of the people in the world are are descendants of Genghis Khan because he raped so many women.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's okay. So he killed more people, raped way more women. Like it's like he changed the landscape of like the world. They said he killed so many people. That's the reason why there's forests in that level of that area of Mongolia.
Yeah. I was gonna say that's probably his best set. He changed the atmosphere.
And this is what I'm saying. And let me finish the thought too. One, there's current people on Earth right now that don't know much about Hitler, and two, I would say he gets the most press, but he didn't even kill the most people of his time. Stalin killed more people. Mao killed more people.
Yeah.
He has better PR for sure.
Well, that's part of it though. Is like
people believe Hitler didn't even do the thing he did.
Credit. You keep throwing that aside like the fact that he gets the most PR.
Yeah.
There's a reason.
Yeah.
My nigga was a showman.
Yeah, that's a good point.
He was the one in pop culture. Here's my argument too of Hitler over Genghis Khan is Genghis Khan was conquering. Hitler just wanted to kill some people.
It to him.
Yeah.
There wasn't land.
Hitler was definitely
shit up to like warfare. Hitler was just like, I fuck them.
But Hitler was definitely conquering. What do you mean? He was trying to take over Europe.
No, I heard a great point, bro. This one's real shit. That Jordan Peterson nigga.
Right.
Yeah.
But that nigga said it was a good point. A good point. That nigga said how Hitler, bro. Like if you really break it down for what he was doing, he wasn't really trying to win, bro. That nigga really was just trying to kill as many Jews as possible because he could have did so many different things to win the war. He didn't. He put all that extra effort into killing more Jews. So it's like, no, this nigga had one mission, fool.
It's a villain shit.
It was to kill Jews. Genghis Khan wanted to conquer and all this other shit. Hitler is on some Thanos shit, which is why Thanos is right below him. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Hitler, like I respect that nigga who's like, yo, bro, I got one thing. I'm out here. Michael Jordan. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, if you were to ask 100 people in America who the number one villain in history was, how many would say Hitler? 90?
Most of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His name is synonymous with evil.
And you gotta give Goebbels credit. You know what Hitler is like? It's like the Comedy Store. It wasn't just Rogan coming back. Adam was looking. Eric was
there's a lot of factors.
Curtis.
But one guy's the face of it.
One guy is gonna get the most credit.
Yeah.
That's why I put Hitler. I put on my list. I put Hitler parentheses Germans because I do believe like the Germans should get credit for like, hey, you took on the world twice.
Okay, so
Germans
step
are fine
further
with
because we can go Germans, then we can go another level. Because my number 3 was just white people.
Ooh,
Oh, damn. I didn't even think of that.
I didn't think of that either. And
Not like individual ones, like, you know what I mean, but as like a unit, as a group, like.
individual.
Thank you, guys.
Individual.
That's been the show this week. We'll see you guys next week with the. Interesting. Too bad a white man controls the list, so that's never going to happen. So can I put I'm going to write down, actually, I'm going to write down black people. Can I put,
Wait a minute, you can't write down.
why? They come into,
I read the rules. I read the rules.
they come into our communities. They do crime. Can I put
Matt, I'm not against it.
yes, let's go. Let's go. Are we okay with me putting Hitler 3?
I'm okay with Hitler 3. I'm okay with putting Hitler 3.
And we'll see if he gets bumped.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Well, then let's go into what Derek just said and start talking about Thanos, because I have him 5, but I think he's right around here.
I have
him
5.
6. So.
The only person I haven't, the only other person that we haven't talked about that I haven't thought of him is Darth Vader.
Yeah, Vader.
Me too. I have Darth Vader too.
Darth Vader, that nigga.
Vader was like the OG pop culture villain.
Yeah, in
He's
terms
actually
of
scary.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and in terms of like movie villains, he's just so
Synonymous with villain.
if Thanos,
I think Vader's above Thanos for sure.
I didn't
yeah,
put Darth Vader on my list, and I feel bad. You're right. I feel bad. I'm hating.
but it is
everything
like
from like Darth Vader had his own entrance music. He had black cool, the red lightsaber. Like you could just go on the voice, all of it, bro.
And then and then he's the good guy's dad. That's insane.
yeah.
That's a villain, bro.
No, Thanos
dude.
killed his daughter in front of everybody, nigga. That nigga wasn't playing.
That's
That
true.
nigga wasn't
Yeah,
playing,
that's
bro.
another one.
When Vader takes his helmet off, that's also scary. Like there's so many things
Yeah.
Yeah.
to him.
And we get
Vader's that guy.
we get the movies to watch him become a villain, which is pretty neat.
The only problem, I guess, why I didn't have Vader on my list is because at the end of the day, he saves everything. The good guy. You know what I mean? He saves his son. He saves the day. So it's like, if I'm being honest, that is why I didn't think of him. And because a nigga like Thanos, fool, ain't no saving. Nigga, I'm trying to. Half the universe got to go.
Can
They gotta go.
I speak my piece on Thanos?
So,
Yeah.
I just want to say this last thing about Darth Vader. The last thing about him, the only downside is that he works for the Emperor. You know what I mean? So he's not the ultimate guy like running all that shit. He is still like someone's manager or something.
Yeah.
So that's why he can't be above Lucifer
Ooh, big fat.
for me. But
I don't see Thanos as a villain. I think he's a good guy.
I think we should put Thanos with white people. I think we should put Thanos. We'll make Thanos with white people. We'll do Thanos parentheses white people.
Thanos slash white people parentheses actually good guys. I think he was trying to save the universe, and I don't think that's a villain thing to do. I think that's a hero thing to do. I think the
it
Avengers
is a
are the
villain thing
villains.
to do if your only solution is to save the universe is to like if Thanos kills you, you're gonna be pissed. You're gonna be like, I don't give a fuck about the universe.
Nope.
Yeah,
Or
but
if
it's
Thanos
like,
kills your mom.
I
You know what I'm saying?
But it's like I will say this: it is perspective. It is coming from a perspective that you take a part of. If you're in Nazi Germany in the 30s, you're like Hitler's trying to save the universe by cleaning it of Jews. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's like
Okay.
if your way of making the universe is better is by killing people, you're a villain.
All right. So
You're not a good guy.
so do we want to go Thanos first or Vader first? Who wins?
I think we should go Vader first.
Yeah, Darth Vader.
You know what's funny is as much as I love Thanos, I mean Thanos to me is like LeBron. I will bow down to Darth Vader.
Yeah. You gotta put respect on his name, bro. For sure.
Yeah, you got
That's the only person I'll put above Thanos. I gotta put respect on Vader. And I feel, hey, my bad, Darth. I didn't put you on the list.
And then Derek offers his apologies, Darth. And then we just
Only
go
one that I have.
we just go Thanos 5 then.
I had a. Yeah,
Yeah.
All right.
this is the last person I had above Thanos because I had him at 6, but Scar.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's a good one.
I have Scar at 7.
That's a good. He ain't on my list, but I fucked up. He's also a top guy.
Is Scar like 100% evil? Like, yes, is he like really that like scary and do that much without a doubt? But
Yes.
like, from when I was introduced to any of these characters, I had the most fear of him in my heart at the time.
Facts.
He's
He was a bad
As
dude.
like a 5-year-old, the first time you watch Lion King, you're like, that guy's scary.
He's also
Fuck him.
he's the
Like
only
a little ass kid.
he's the only villain on my list that can sing.
Ooh. Hold on. Let me look at my list. Yeah, nobody on my list got pipes.
All right, so
my number 19 does, but
I think Scar is the best Disney villain for sure, right?
Yeah, I think so too.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, when I was making the list, I was like, I want a Disney villain on the list because they have iconic villains.
Yeah.
And I tried long and hard to think of one that was better than Scar, and I really couldn't come up with one.
Ursula's too, but that's it.
Ursula is such a good villain, but she's not as iconic as Scar. Yeah.
Scar's really scary.
Jafar is also a really good villain, and
Ooh, Jafar,
Captain Hook, but I think he's a little too corny. He's not scary enough.
He's scary, yeah.
But
He
he's a
didn't
good
age
villain.
well. He didn't age well.
Yeah.
That's the problem with Hook.
well, because you knew the whole time Peter Pan was gonna whoop his ass. There was no it was never in doubt. You know what I mean?
With Jafar, it was in doubt, nigga. With Jafar too,
Yeah.
Aladdin too, bro. I thought, bro, Jafar was giving him them hands.
When Jafar became a genie, that is all-time scary moment in Disney.
Absolutely.
I did have another Disney villain on my list as kind of a sleeper. I don't think she's gonna make it, but I put Cruella De Vil on mine as well.
Cruella's up there, but
she
I
got
don't think
theme
she'll make
music,
it
bro.
this
She's got theme music.
Nigga, Michael Vick's more of a villain than her.
Damn.
year. Two white people.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, Cruella De Vil, she's not a villain to black
No,
people.
not to, hey,
She's
even
just-
the hey,
yeah.
I'm not saying Michael Vick is the worst person ever, but I'm saying, hey, bro,
Yeah.
you shouldn't do that to dogs. You know, I love you to death. I know you grew up around it, but I would still tell you then, like, hey, man, you probably shouldn't do that.
This is a good look.
This is scary. The dog's in pain.
So the other thing too, the only person I had above Scar, then, if we're gonna throw him on this list, was Voldemort, and I do think he should be somewhere around here. He's a huge villain. He's iconic.
Yes, he's my number 8.
Okay.
Voldemort number 6. I have Voldemort at 6.
Do you put him above Scar or below Scar?
I put him above Scar.
I do too. He had 7 books, 8 movies.
No, I put him below because Scar did it in 1.
Ooh, that's the right. But at the end of the day, I mean,
Scar won.
No, he didn't.
He did win for 1 point.
He dies at the end of the movie.
Halfway through the movie. Yeah, I know, because somebody had to go grow up, but he accomplished his
Yo,
mission
for an
right
hour
away.
and 28 minutes, he was on
Get
top.
the fuck up out of here, bro.
I
He was
was-
living in fucking his kingdom by the time Simba came back. All that shit was done.
under that sort of look at it, then Voldemort also did win.
Yeah.
He was the head. He was the head of everything in the Wizarding World in like the 6th and 7th books until Harry comes back. But regardless, the thing to me that put Voldemort so high was you can't say his name.
Yeah, that's fire. That's always fire.
Yeah, look
Like
how
Candyman.
Like Candyman or some shit. Yeah.
look how easily we all just said Scar and weren't scared at all, and we're all terrified to say, you know what?
You're not supposed to say it, fool. Yeah, I respect that. I respect that.
Hand up. I don't fuck with the Harry Potter movies or books at all, so I'm gonna let you guys, wherever you want to put Voldemort, I'll let it sit for a while. Because he's just nowhere for me.
I feel you, but I feel you because that's why he's 8 for me, because there are people that are just way better than
But he
him.
is iconic, even though I don't fuck with him. I know who he is. You know what I mean?
He's on my list only because of the iconicity. That's it. He ain't scarier than any of the people I got above him.
I just can't properly rank him because I don't.
The shit he did where he would manifest himself on the back of somebody's head, or like,
fire.
you know, he's just like, even the people below him are terrifying, like Lucius Malfoy and Bellatrix and shit. They're all like so fucking scary.
Beatrix is scarier than me. Yo, bro, this nigga got killed by a baby, fool. Fuck this nigga.
Yeah,
He got murdered by a baby. Yeah, a baby
But it
killed Voldemort, fool. A baby.
but it was a special baby.
If 3 teenagers hit you to Game 7 and then you lose, like how good of a villain are you really?
Also, a baby and then 3 teenagers. You right. Get him out of my top 10. I agree with Morris.
That's so disrespectful to Harry Potter, bro. That's so disrespectful to Harry.
Yo, bro. Fuck
was
Harry weak, fool.
He was special.
Yeah, but Hermione wasn't. That's
Hermione saved every day.
Hermione was number 1.
Ginger.
Shit should have been called Hermione Granger.
Yeah.
Sorcerer's Stone.
Damn. So are we gonna put Scar above Voldemort then?
Yes, for me.
Alright, so Scar. Okay, Scar 6, Voldemort 7, but I have a feeling Voldemort might fall.
We'll see. Yeah, I didn't know that
I mean,
half of this panel was gonna disrespect Voldemort like this.
I agree with
Thanos, I
Morris.
start going more toward real people. I got Jeff Bezos at 8.
Ooh, interesting. I like that.
They're on my honorable mentions, but I put just billionaires.
Okay.
I like that because that includes like Jay-Z and stuff.
Yeah, this is like a class.
What's your beef with JC?
I love Jay-Z, but I think it's funny that he's a part of that.
Yeah.
I don't think billionaires are villains, though.
Are they? I mean,
Jay-Z and whatchamacallit Kardashian. Kylie.
To make $1 billion, you have to exploit a mass amount of people.
Sure.
You have to. You have to. Every billionaire is linked to a sweatshop in Asia somewhere.
Sure.
Every single billionaire.
I don't think villains look like Elon Musk.
You don't think villains look like Elon Musk?
No, look at our list. None of those people look like
Elon Musk is an artist. Elon Musk like Steve Jobs.
I was like, I don't know, those guys look like villains. Elon Musk and Bezos.
Bezos is a
If I think of what a villain would look like,
Bezos
look
a little
like
bit. Bezos looks like a poorly written villain.
Bezos is fucking...
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
I would say Elon's an artist to me. I put him more like a Kanye West, bro. That nigga actually makes that shit.
But he's a billionaire, right?
He's like Steve Jobs. I know, but it's because he actually makes that shit. It's like, I gotta give somebody credit, bro. So Elon Musk is actually he actually knows how to do this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Here's my case for Bezos. What? 20 or however many million people died in like the last year and a half, and he doubled his net worth.
It's not his responsibility to save people, though.
I'm not saying it's his responsibility to save people. I'm just saying it's not a good look.
Villains are evil. I don't think he's evil. I think he's like a bad person that exploits tax loopholes and
yeah, like that. Yeah.
And laws and shit.
Billionaires are like religion. They're just bad.
Okay.
Okay. Did you go to like a bad church this weekend or something? Are you okay? Do you want to talk about
it? Dude. I went to so many bad churches. Yeah. First time we kept leaving churches, and then I find out it was because the pastor was fucking everybody.
Oh yeah.
Find out every time.
That sounds like a good church to me.
But yeah, at the end of the day,
I feel like
I didn't have billionaires in my top 10 or anything like that.
I'm fine to put them in the HMs. That's cool with me. I think we should bring awareness to the fact that we think they're bad people.
They're horrible.
Makes us look better, you know.
Yeah. Let's win those brownie points with Twitter.
After Derek shouting, "I respect Hitler for what he did," we should.
I respect commitment.
I mean, I'm right there with you. I think these last three are going to be like hard because it could be literally anyone on our lists that we can plug in here. So
it's just going to be
Should I say who my like four? I mean, are you supposed to say what your number? Should I just say who my other ones are?
Sure. Yeah. Let's talk about them.
Well, yeah,
do one at a time.
Do you have anything above 7 that we haven't talked about for you?
That like out of everybody's what we've gotten to so far.
Yeah, out of the main list. So the list right now for us is Joker, Satan, Hitler, Vader, Thanos, Scar, Voldemort. That's what we have in the top 7.
Man. I mean, the only people I have above that in my top 7 is Calvin Candy from Django. That's my 4.
Okay.
Because I respect evil, and that was actually pure evil, and I love that. It was beautiful. And then Kathy Bates in Misery.
Yeah.
That's the scariest woman I've ever seen in my life. And then my 6 is Freddy Krueger. And then my 7 was the Anton Sugar dude from No Country for Old Men.
I had him at 10.
That nigga terrifying, bro.
Yeah, he was scary.
That nigga's the Joker, so he was a person.
So fucking scary.
Yeah, bro.
So let's talk about this real quick because I think this will help. Between Freddy Krueger, Freddy Krueger and Michael Myers and Leatherface, I kind of grouped them all together. Which one?
And Jason?
And Jason, yeah. You think Freddy is number 1 out of those?
Freddy's my number 6, and it's because Freddy Krueger, bro, out of all them other niggas, that nigga kill you in your dreams.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
Get out of here.
I put out of like that group of people, I put Michael Myers, but I'm fine with either one, really. I think they're both iconic.
The Freddy kill you in your dreams thing is always like, because in my mind, as soon as I know that, once I see Freddy, I realize I'm dreaming. You just fucking snap out of it. Now you're lucid dreaming. You kind of take control of that situation also.
None of those people ever thought of that.
It's hard to lucid dream. It was hard. They always figure it out at the end. That's how the movie's always in. But
that's what I'm saying. But like, that information. Now, if you fall asleep, if you have a nightmare about how quickly you waking up.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to lucid dream, but it always takes them like an hour and a half to figure it out.
Yeah. I will say this. I think we do have to give a nod to the whole slasher, like, just the whole slasher genre in terms of villains, because there's so many iconic villains. And I think Freddy is probably the most out of all of them. His is I think the coolest.
The sweater.
He's a pedophile.
He's a pedophile.
He has the iconic look to him. They all have an iconic look though. And in terms of him versus Michael Myers, I will say this. The fact that, like, when someone says Michael Myers, that sometimes they go, oh, wait, you're not talking about Mike Myers.
Yeah,
like,
the love guru.
That definitely hurts him.
The reason
Also, go ahead, I'm sorry.
I just want to say the reason I put Michael Myers is because of the Halloween theme song.
Ooh.
That's...
But Freddy Krueger talks, right? He says stuff.
I was just about to say Freddy Krueger's
Yeah,
bitch. He says bitch. And that's... Come on, bro.
Yeah, I'm fine with Freddy over Michael Myers.
He be getting them fits off.
Yeah.
The sweater with the hat is such a good look.
Yeah, but Michael Myers wears the jumpsuit with the mask. I think that's badass too.
Yeah.
That's more like manic. Freddy's just like, I don't know. The way he like puts his hands like this, like the claws in front of his face.
And he
just
just
kind of dope, the whole presentation.
He only walks and he lifts the knife. So should I put Freddy 8 then?
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Is that cool with everybody?
Fair. Yeah, Freddy, that nigga, bro.
So who else did you say? You said
Javier Bardem from No Country, yeah.
And then Javier Bardem from No Country for Old Men. That motherfucker's
and
scary,
Kathy
bro.
Bates.
I hit him at 10.
He is a very scary villain, and he kills you with a fucking air thing.
Yeah, the way he kills you is pretty fucking cool.
Come on.
I mean, it's not as the bigger numbers as these guys, but the presentation is.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with putting him on and then seeing what happens.
Yeah, we can definitely work him off. Yeah, don't get me wrong.
I mean, yeah, the 7 through 10 is going to be switched out a lot, I think.
Yeah.
I respect the Django pick, but I think at the end of the day, I don't know if, like, he's so, like, I think the look is instantly recognizable. I think if you were to just a poll of random people and go, who's Calvin Candy, I think it would take them a while for them to be like, is that the guy from Django?
Yeah, absolutely. The iconic thing is, I was one up here scared and evil.
Mm-hmm. He's definitely very
He
incredibly
wasn't even doing anything wrong, though. You know what I'm saying? He was just having a good time.
That's what makes it so scary. He's like, I like a villain like that, though.
Well, in that case, let's talk about white people again.
I agree with you.
Well, my number 10 is a white guy. I put Joffrey Baratheon.
Ooh, I like that. He wasn't in my honorable mention, but Cersei was in my honorable mention. But Joffrey, I was thinking about Joffrey. Cersei wasn't.
Cersei's a bad bitch.
I think Joffrey's scarier because he's a child, though. Like, there's not a lot of like that. I mean, if you were to ask people who the number one villain in Game of Thrones is, I think most people say Joffrey, right?
Because he was just so iconically fucking a piece of shit.
And his look and everything, yeah. And he was just kind of evil.
How do you feel about the Night King?
I loved him.
He was cool, but I don't think he can compete with Cersei or Joffrey.
They sort of really, the thing about Game of Thrones is that they fumbled the bag on season 8, right? So you never got to see him really be super extra powerful.
Right.
He was always just this potential that never got reached. That's how I feel about the Night King. I have Bowser as 10.
Okay.
Interesting.
Bowser from Mario?
Just because it's like, just in terms of like, I was just thinking like, I was looking at my list and I was like, what do I not have in terms of major forms of media? And my thing that came to me was video games. Because video games, again, is just a huge thing with a lot of iconic villains. And if I was just thinking the most iconic video game villain is definitely Bowser.
Wasn't Donkey Kong the villain in the first game?
He was the villain, but Donkey Kong, I think,
he kind of evolved out of it.
Good guy. Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah, he hangs on like a little chimp.
Yeah.
Dad.
I like Bowser. I don't think he's gonna make the list, to be honest.
I do think he's
like a better video game.
I don't really know anything about him other than what he looks like. I don't know how he views life. I don't know,
Yeah, we don't know any of his perspectives.
Well, that's what makes it simple. It's like there's no perspective. He's just the villain.
Yeah.
It's Mario. No one has perspective. The world makes zero sense.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
That's why it's hard to give him as much credit as like, my number 10 is Kobe Bryant.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
Let's go.
That's a villain, fool. Hey, respect. Ain't like saying he a bad person, but nigga, don't act like when he wasn't playing those 18 years, He wasn't the worst, nigga. He was the fuck him when he was playing.
Yeah, if he's not on your team, sure.
He wasn't on everybody's team other than one team.
Yeah.
He was on the villain team too.
Yeah.
And he was on the Lakers. You're from Detroit. I know you feel it. You're from the fucking Warriors.
Yeah, I hated the Lakers.
Who's your team?
Knicks.
Come on, bro. And then I'm a Grizzly. This guy sucked. Fuck it. There was nobody cheering for him. And he kept winning.
Yeah, he was just better than everybody.
He was an all-time villain, man. Nobody was rooting for that. His name was the Black Mamba, bro. Get out of here.
So to that, I feel like as a Knicks fan, I have more of a beef with Michael Jordan than Kobe.
Yeah.
But
you're old.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, no, and,
Yeah.
I would also say.
So maybe that's right. You're right.
I would say too, Michael Jordan was definitely like he had a lot of fans that weren't Bulls fans. Michael Jordan was an international hero.
He's like LeBron. He's more like LeBron.
I feel like if you were not a Lakers fan, you did not like Kobe Bryant.
Not like Kobe, bro.
I loved Michael Jordan,
Too.
but I hated Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
Kobe's a good one. I do want to get like a sports one on there too. But as far as sports, I also had Tom Brady.
Yeah, I can see it.
Vince McMahon.
Ooh, that's a good villain.
Tom Brady kind of became a hero.
Tom Brady?
Yeah. He was a
Tom
villain.
Brady definitely, yeah.
He was a villain for a while, but I think he's a hero.
Yeah, when he went to Tampa.
The New York Yankees. How do you guys feel about the Yankees?
Everybody loves the Yankees, though.
Baseball don't matter.
No, but their nickname is the Evil Empire.
Yeah, I think you could put the Yankees on the list if this was
Not now.
Yeah. We're not all Mets fans.
University of Miami from the 80s.
Ooh, I mean,
You guys like that one?
yeah, but a lot of people like them because they were such bad boys.
Yeah.
Who?
I know, but at the time, bro, they were billed as like, it was like the Catholics versus the convicts. They turned a bunch of like 20-year-old kids into the embodiment of like, this is everything that's wrong with football.
Here's the issue with the. You said I didn't hear what you said. I'm guessing you're talking about the University of Miami.
Yeah.
Well, okay, because it's like, as we've gotten away from that, the more I think we look at them like, oh, those guys were cool. Those guys were kind of like like they aged well. At no point have I thought anyone on our list right here is like, oh, they're a good guy now.
I mean, Kobe Bryant, the one we started talking sports with.
He's not. He has not made our list. I'm talking about what's on our list specifically right now.
Okay.
I wouldn't put any one of them as the good guy. I think in terms of this list, dying definitely hurt Kobe's cause.
Yeah.
I will say that.
Should have stayed alive.
If he was still alive, I think it would be more like this guy. We could put this guy on the list easily. Whereas after he died, everyone was just kind of like, damn, I actually kind of really like Kobe Bryant. You know, there's a sort of, you know, for lack of a better term, come to Jesus moment with Kobe.
Yeah,
Whereas,
I'll give you that. That's
yeah,
fair.
you know what I mean? Like, it's like, that's why it's hard to put him on the list. I think, like I said, maybe, like, yeah, you know, 2019, Kobe, you have a really good argument, but I just think now it's just too tough.
All the way up to 2020, January 25th.
Yeah, all the way up to that, dude. Kobe, you can put him on that list.
Could have made our list, bro. Damn.
Yeah.
You're on the list?
I'm fine with that. Yeah, my thing with sports villains is like they're not villains to everybody. So it's like
You're right. That's true.
they're not evil. They're not, you know.
Yeah, they're just really good at something.
They're just good, and I don't.
From a different place than you.
Yeah,
That's pretty much it.
Representing something
They
else.
just don't like the organization, yeah. Sometimes I'm from a different place, but in my case, with the Yankees.
All right, tell me what you feel about this pick. This is kind of off the wall, but I wanted a funny villain. I picked Lord Farquaad from Shrek.
Oh, he's a good villain, though.
He's a really good villain.
He's a good villain, though.
He is.
I don't think he can knock anybody off or anything, but I do think that he's not talked about in terms of entertaining villains.
Shrek as a whole is underrated.
And Shrek is one of the best movies ever made.
I don't think so. I think Shrek is widely regarded as one of the best movies ever made. I don't think it's overrated at all.
People love
Talking
Shrek.
about Shrek 2.
Yeah, Shrek 2 rips.
Yeah, I think Shrek 2 is one of the funniest movies ever made. I think it's a pretty amazing franchise.
You can argue Shrek 2 is one of the funniest movies ever made. You can argue that.
Yeah, I agree.
Up there with Hangover. I'm talking about, bro, I was in the theater for both of those. Shrek 2 was getting house laughs just like any other big movie.
Yeah. I do.
How do we feel about Dr. Evil for going
sorry.
funny
Oh.
ones?
Ooh.
Yeah, I put Dr. Evil on my honorable mentions.
I like that.
He's kind of the same camp as Lord Farquaad. And
yeah, his name is Evil. That's also hilarious.
We're missing a big one, but it might be because we're not fucking nerds. But Sauron I had written down as well. I
brought him up. No. He's in my honorable mention. Okay. I brought him up.
I didn't hear you say
that.
I don't know how evil he is. I don't really know.
He's just a big eye.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's like Mike Wazowski.
He's just sort of like the. Yes, he's like Mike Wazowski.
Yo, what's the villain in that nigga? The purple nigga? He's scary.
Children.
The chameleon?
Look,
his name was Randall.
Yeah,
Randall, right? Scary.
He was a good villain too, yeah.
Yeah, I had Sauron on my list just because of like the iconicness of it, but I don't really. Yeah, I'm fine with him not making the top 10. Really,
he deserves honorable mention.
As far as sports ones, I do have the other team. that's the.
I do like that. I do like that.
What about as a Lions fan? For us, it's the refs.
The refs is a good choice. The refs as a whole.
Because you know what? Even the other team is like the refs are still the villains.
Everyone hates the refs.
Nobody likes the refs. Even when the refs give you all the good calls, you still hate them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like if the refs are bad equally, you and the other team can bond over that. Like there is sort of like fuck these refs though, right? They're like, yeah, fuck these refs. Yeah.
It brings you together.
Nobody's rooting for the refs.
I would like to put as soon as you said it, I was like, I want them on this list.
Should we could put them 3? You said, all right. Sometimes I do think the refs are worse than Hitler. You're right.
Yeah, that's our life more negatively friendly.
Actually, and the more we keep saying this, I'm agreeing with everything.
They just keep moving up. Can they beat the rest 3? I wouldn't be mad. Can they beat Anton Chigurh?
I think so. I think they should.
I don't know.
I think so.
Affect everyone's life evilly.
Yeah. I think the key aspect of a villain is you gotta be like a little bit scared of him. I'm not scared of a ref. I just hate him.
It's even worse is that you can't do anything about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you touch him, they eject you.
If I were to see Johnny on the street, I could whoop his ass. Anton Chigurh is like, he's gonna fuck me. Like,
you get banned from the sport forever if you touch a ref, bro.
Yeah. Well,
there goes your career.
What makes the refs more impressive too is that they're all blind and they're doing this. That's the thing. That's the thing about the refs. They can't see.
And they can't see.
They can't see, dude. You have to remember that.
All right. So I don't think they beat Freddy Krueger, right?
My number 9. This is the only other person that I haven't said yet. I've said the rest of my list, but my number 9 was Yolanda Salvador, the woman who killed Selena.
Shut up.
I'm dead serious. I hate that bitch, fool. I hate that bitch. I think about her all the time. That shit fucked me up as a kid. It fucked me. And me and my dad, we had to explain it to Sam because I was like, bro, Sam, this shit. I saw this kid. I cried so hard, fool, because I couldn't believe that this woman was running her business, bro. She murdered Selena. She murdered her, fool, just for no reason. Shot this bitch.
Yeah.
She always scared me the way she looks.
She
looks like anybody's auntie.
She is a scary looking woman. Yeah. Is Selena the only person she killed?
Yeah, but man, she's 1 for 1.
Yeah, it's a big one too.
She killed her at the height of her success.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tupac.
Yeah, that's pretty rough. I mean, that was a very famous death. I knew nothing about Selena. I just know she got murdered by the president of her fan club or whatever she was at the time.
What was her name?
Yolanda Salvador.
I'm putting her on the underbar.
Saldivar, yeah.
Saldivar.
Hey, Sam, were you at the show?
That's an evil last name too.
Oh, I was doing this show recently, dog, at Native Hostel, and
I wasn't there now.
Oh, nigga, this woman walked in, and she looked just like that bitch, and I said. Like she was like walking through. All she was doing was walking through the show. I said, "Oh shit, it's the woman that killed Selena." Everybody lost her, right? And I said, "How do you do it?" And I started singing like Selena songs.
Yeah,
bro, that woman went outside and cried, bro. Like I fucked her up.
I think we should put you on the list. That's terrible. That's so mean.
Oh, Derek could be on this list for sure.
Yeah.
I don't for Derek.
Look how he's at it.
It is kind of funny to cry over that, though. I mean, if you look like her, you look like her, you know?
Yeah.
But she probably, I mean, man, if you didn't see it come, I can imagine just being this old woman who probably like really was sad when Selena died. She was Mexican.
Yeah, that's like their national hero.
I'm in Selena territory, bro. She's from Texas.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Selena shit everywhere.
You're just laughing and yelling, pointing at this. So like, you look like the lady that killed Selena.
Yeah, and then I'm laughing. And I'm like, go. Yeah, and I actually know her song, so it made it worse. Like, oh, I know what I'm talking about.
That's so funny.
Oh man.
All right. Good job, Yolanda.
Only one I had left in my top 10 that we didn't talk about. I had Dick Cheney at number 9.
Ooh, good one.
That's a good one.
I think he has some potential to move up the list too.
Only problem though for me is like he is a great dad, and I'll give him that.
Yeah.
You know what? True.
He's very like accepting of his daughters, and he wants them to be happy. Yeah.
Yeah, like the best thing you hear as a father, and then right after that, he's like, "But we're gonna bomb every other country."
Yeah.
Every other country that looks at us.
He is. I will say this.
I was gonna say.
Sorry, go ahead.
Good. Oh, my thing was he's got like a little bit of like that usual suspects thing too, where like everyone was blaming Bush the whole time, and then like towards the end of the administration, motherfucker just comes out walking straight. He's like, actually, I was the brains behind all this.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Like that's some villainous shit. He had like a fall guy too.
It's true. That nigga was using the president as just his puppet, bro. That's wild.
Crazy.
Yeah, just so he had access, so we could fucking just have like a fucking office in every important institution in Washington.
Yeah, and it's also like I mean, everyone right now with what's happening in Afghanistan, they're all blaming Trump or Biden, and then there's so many memes that like everyone's blaming Trump or.
That's a
You know
good
what I'm saying? My other honorable mention is the other.
I would say, yeah, a white woman's tears is probably the fucking biggest villain.
That shit's terrifying, bro.
That shit's deadly, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, my lord.
Sounds somewhere in public, you see her lip quivering a little bit. She points at you.
Let's run through a couple of these. I have like Hannibal Lecter, Lex Luthor, Magneto.
Magneto on mine. That's the one we haven't mentioned.
Terminator. Shredder.
The one from Terminator 2?
Yeah, T2.
Like
T-1000.
T-1000.
The T-1000 is unbelievable. He got me in the honorable mention at least.
I think so.
All right. What about the shark from Jaws?
Nah, bro, that shark was just being a shark.
Good point, Dan.
No, was it?
He
It was
really
killing.
killed that
It was
argument.
killing people.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was killing people, but like,
Sharks
shut the
don't
fuck
kill
out. Like, you know the shark's kill. Like, I mean, what do you want to do?
He was being a shark.
He's not conscious enough to be a villain.
Okay, we'll leave him off the list.
Drummond.
Great point. That's a great fucking point, dog.
Yeah, I think
The shark gets a worse fucking rap than Satan.
I would feel like the Sharknado is way more of a villain because that actually gets you on land.
Well, that's just
But
a
like,
natural disaster.
it's just a natural disaster.
Yeah, because that's they were back on God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
What if we put God number 1 on this list and just released it?
I would. No, that's what I said. I said I would agree with the only person that would be over the Joker is God because it's like this nigga. It's all your fault.
Yeah.
Everything.
That's true. I will say this. Out of everyone on our list, God is the only one that gives kids cancer.
Yeah, but that's just because the other ones can't.
Probably. Definitely did that.
Satan does that.
Yeah.
The refs have done that.
Jeff Bezos does that. He's on the list. He's on my list. Sorry.
Another.
God's the one who killed everybody in Noah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drown the whole world, fool.
Yeah, but he saved his favorite, so that's kind of nice.
That is nice. That was a nice answer.
And animals.
Two. Only two.
Only 2. Yeah.
Everybody, get out of here. Get out of here. 2. That's what they enjoy about animals.
And then my last one that I want to bring up is one of my favorite villains. I don't know if he's good enough, but Gus Fring from Breaking Bad.
Nah. I love Gus. He's a great villain, but
Gus rules.
Okay. What if I were to throw out Walter White
As a villain?
He is a villain. He's a villain.
Is he? Or is he like an anti-hero or whatever you call it?
No, hey,
Anti-hero.
not an anti-hero.
What's heroic?
Heroic.
He saves Jesse. He saves Jesse from all the shit he got him in. I guess.
I mean, he's doing it for money for his family.
Oh,
No, but not even.
Not even. Good
He even
point.
talks about how he's not even doing that anymore. Towards the end, he's just doing it just to do it. That's villain stuff right there.
Yeah,
I
I
would
mean,
say,
you're being too smart for the show.
Am I?
Yeah,
I think that's what made Breaking Bad so good is that you are, at the end of the day, he is more of a villain than an anti-hero. Like the Punisher is an anti-hero, or like Rorschach is an anti-hero, someone who does bad things, but at the end of the day, there's good in it. There's no good in what he's doing.
You don't think so?
No. He ruins his family. He becomes the biggest meth dealer in whatever area he's the biggest meth dealer in. He fucking takes Jesse on this long ride that ends up poorly for Jesse. Really, uses him as it's just to me he's a villain.
Yeah, and when he watched that girl die in her bed.
Yeah. Like an anti-hero would save that girl somehow.
But of the show, he's not a villain. He's the hero of the show.
I wouldn't call him a villain. I would call him a bad guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good point.
He's not setting out to do evil. It's just like some shit happens along the way of him trying to.
Well, his job is evil. His job requires evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I would describe. I think it's fair to describe any meth kingpin as a villain. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't look at El Chapo and I'm like, "Wow, what a bad guy who's a victim of circumstance." No,
But he was a villain. He's a
victim of circumstance. But to get to the level of the top, that's a choice as well.
Well, and a genius choice. He's clearly a genius.
Yes. But it's like, I think. I mean, I just wanted to put that out there. We don't have to put him on any sort of list at all, but
I would do one honorable mention right now that I just thought of, just because you gotta get an anime world shout out. Fucking Cell to me is one of the best villains ever. Fool.
Yeah, I assumed the anime would get brought up, but I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, and also I don't think you have to give anime a shout out, but
like anime.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean it's as someone who really likes anime, I don't think there's any villain that's been iconic enough that has crossed over like that.
I think eventually.
Yeah, some heroes have, but yeah.
I think eventually though, right? Like anime is getting bigger and bigger, where it's gonna be
bigger and bigger, bro.
It's definitely.
And I would say the biggest one now would be like Vegeta, right?
Vegeta's an anti-hero.
Vegeta's an anti-hero for sure.
Cell.
Who's a
Frieza?
Who?
Cell, Frieza.
Oh, Frieza. Yeah, something about Frieza. Yeah.
Frieza's pretty iconic.
What you said?
I said Cell. Cell's from the second.
What about Team Rocket? From Pokemon?
I never watched Pokemon.
I didn't either, but the girl was kind of hot.
Yeah. I don't think anime, but I do think this next generation of kids there's probably going to be an iconic anime villain. Whatever this next big anime is for the next generation, for just based on how mainstream it's gotten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dope. Are we missing anybody?
Last person I wanted to mention, I had Larry David from Curb Your Enthusiasm.
I love it.
He terrorizes every single
monster, bro. It's his fault for everything.
He's an awful person.
The worst person that ever existed.
And the worst part is at any point he could stop. It's not like some higher calling to do this. He doesn't have to say things.
That's a good honorable mention to me. That nigga's a monster.
Yeah, but that fits into what Morgan said earlier. He's not a villain. He's just a bad guy.
He's just
but I think he's crossing over to villain territory.
He's not,
because it's just like, bro, you can't do this everywhere you go.
Nah, he's not a villain.
It can't be this every single time.
He's not a villain.
He's a bad guy.
At no point are you just chilling.
I had two more real people. I had Kim Jong Un or Kim Jong Il. I think would maybe be better. Just because he accepted the role of being a villain and kind of wanted to be a villain. And then I had Charles Manson, but I think calling serial killers villains isn't. I don't think it's the same.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of have their own category, and it's like
niggas is weird.
There's also a lot more going on there than just.
The Joker is different than Ted Bundy. They're just different.
For sure.
Yeah. I did have circumstances on my list, but.
Bro, that's so fucking funny. Can I put regret?
Regret, yeah.
I do think.
Gravity.
Genghis Khan deserves an honorable mention.
Yeah, I'll throw him
honorable mention.
I also had Aliens.
Like what? Like who?
From Alien and other Alien movies.
But here's the thing:
I feel like Aliens had a huge rebrand recently, though.
Yeah, there's a lot of good guy aliens.
Sure.
Yeah, there's so many.
E.T.'s the most
I mean,
iconic alien.
I was specifically thinking from the movie Alien.
Okay, that's fair.
Those are gotcha.
They're pretty bad.
But I don't know if they have names. Doesn't the Predator has names, right? They're called something.
The Predator.
I thought they had different names.
Predator.
Oh, Predator
1, 3.
I don't quite remember. Let's see. Did I have anything else?
Oh, and Hans Gruber from Die
They're
Hard.
like Cyclops or some shit like that. Wait.
Huh?
I wrote down
No, I'm
Hans
trying to remember
Gruber
the
as
name.
well.
You talking from Inglourious?
No, from
That's
that's Hans Landa. Oh, he should be on.
He's a monster.
He's a really good
I
guy.
had him, and also I had my honorable mention. I had Amon Goth from Schindler's List.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
another big one.
Yeah.
I feel like with Hitler, you should put Hitler/Nazis.
Right, Hitler/team, Hitler/squad.
Hitler and his boys.
Squad. Hitler/Squad.
Which brings me back to white people.
I would like to put that would be funny if we put white people in our mentions. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, I want to.
Oh shit! It looks like we ran out of room. Oh shit.
How do we feel? What do we feel about Magneto?
I love him, but he's a good guy sometimes. He's an anti-hero.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah.
He's very. You get why with his background, why he is what he is.
Mm-hmm. He's a product of fucking Hitler. He might have been good if it wasn't for the.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
All right, white people made the list.
White people made the list. We did it, boys.
Let's go.
We did it.
Let's go. If you want it, you can get it. Let me know.
This is all. It's also like how like our history books like discuss slavery. It's just like a little bit about how white people did something bad at the end of it.
So I have nothing else. I mean, I guess if you wanted to be more like vague and cute, you could put politicians because we can get them.
Yeah.
But other than that,
We have billionaires on already. And,
that's fair.
And white people.
Yeah. That's true. I have nothing. The other one I had in my honorable mention was zombies.
Okay.
Fuck them, because it depends on which ones. Like the World War Z Johns, the Walking Dead Johns.
I guess. By the time you see zombies, the world is already. They've kind of already destroyed the world.
Yeah.
That's
If
what I think.
the zombies in here, it's fucked.
It's all fucked. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like it's never. There's very rarely like it's a zombie, just a single zombie living in the city. You know?
Zombie in the city, bro.
That's a good movie.
Watch that show. Hell yeah, that's good.
Just a shot for shot remake of Sex and the Cities, but the main characters are just
Did we
It's like episode 3 where you're just like falling off and shit.
did we talk about Hannibal at all? Does he not matter? Hannibal Buress, yeah, for the Bill Cosby thing.
for taking down our hero.
No, but I do like the idea of adding more colors to it. Not enough black people on it. I'm gonna say that every week.
There's not enough evil black people for you, Morgan?
Yeah,
I have Debo.
We put Jay-Z, right?
Debo from Friday is the only one I really thought about.
Jay-Z.
Debo from Friday is a motherfucking monster.
He comes to the store sometimes, right?
Terrifying.
He died.
He died.
He died, but
Yeah.
all right,
I mean, in
in
spirit.
Yeah, his spirit will come.
Yeah. I can't think of anyone else. This is a good. How do we feel with Anton at number 10?
We said a bunch of other stuff.
Who should
I
be?
know, is
should
there
be
anyone
above
on our honorable mentions that you think could take 10? Just from looking at our honorable mentions list. Billionaires, Lord
Where's the
Farquaad.
list?
Oh, it's on. Oh, yeah, it's on
on
Twitch.
Twitch. Billionaires,
Yeah.
Lord Farquaad, Sauron. I think Sauron might. Yolanda Saldivar, Dick Cheney, T-1000,
Dick
Genghis
Cheney.
Khan, white people, Dr. Evil.
Yeah, I think Dick Cheney's up there.
Dick Cheney, bro. Dick Cheney is a motherfucker.
Like, I want Anton to move up, and I don't want to get rid of refs. That's the only problem.
Arrests need to be higher. Might make refs number 1, bro. We might need to just let everybody know that these refs fucking suck.
Yeah, we fucking hate him.
I would be fine with putting Dick Cheney above Anton.
You want to switch him? I can switch him, yeah.
Yeah, I think Cheney's a motherfucking monster. People don't know. He needs more credit. This is almost like a shout out. Like, hey, give this nigga some credit.
Yeah. We see you in your evil ass, bro.
See you, fool. We respect it.
All right, Dick Cheney 10.
Wait, what's the list? Can I hear it?
Yeah, Hassan, you want to read it off?
Yes, so the list we have 1, Joker, 2, Satan, 3, Hitler/Nazis, 4, Vader, 5, Thanos, 6, Scar, 7, Voldemort, 8, Freddy Krueger, 9, the refs, 10, Dick Cheney.
I kind of want to move the refs and Dick Cheney above
Freddy Krueger. I was going to say the thing. I was going to say take Freddy Krueger off the list.
I don't know, bro.
Move the refs and then higher.
I don't know.
I think Freddy should go to number 10.
Remember
Freddy should be 10.
Remember that Freddy is representing slasher films. He's like the face
I get
of.
that. I understand that, but we're just talking about Freddy, and if none of them, like, I don't know. It doesn't feel right.
I would put the refs above Freddy, but I would keep Freddy above Dick. I think.
Come on, we're giving the refs too much credit.
As far as the universally hated people.
But that's the thing; they're like universally hated. Like their object isn't evil. You know what I mean? Their byproduct is that you just dislike them because someone's gonna have to.
Yeah, Freddy Krueger's evil, bro. He kills people.
But he's not as evil as Dick Cheney.
He's more evil.
No.
Dick Cheney, yeah, remember they said he's a good dad. Freddy Krueger's not a good dad.
Here's the fucked up thing about Freddy too. Freddy Krueger's also just like something you kind of make up in your head because it happens when you go to sleep. Dick Cheney, he's out there doing things and has been for 20 years.
I don't know. I kind of like this list. What do you guys think?
I like this list.
I think this is good.
Did you put the refs above Freddy? Or no? Or you just keeping Freddy at 8?
I'm going to keep Freddy at 8.
Okay with that. I'm okay with that. Just because, Morgan, you kind of did convince me that the refs aren't objectively out to do evil. Whereas Freddy kind of is.
They're trying to do their job. Just like the Nazis.
So how do we... Can I get a motion for Dick Cheney at 8, Freddy at 9, and the refs at 10?
Nah.
No, I think that's giving Dick Cheney a little too much credit. This is a shout out, but we're not. Yeah, you're not better than Freddy Krueger.
I think this is the list, bro. I think it's done.
You get more credit for being a real person.
No, because it's not real villains. It's
like,
top 10
feeling effects of like what the villainous shit that Dick Cheney did.
It's the top 10 villains.
For sure. Okay.
People in Freddy Krueger's universe feel the effects more of Freddy Krueger than Dick Cheney.
No, they don't, because he only affects like fucking 8 people a movie.
And Dick Cheney has affected 0 people in Freddy Krueger's universe.
Well, no, even in Freddy Krueger's universe, I mean, they're still paying taxes. They're still, dealing with war in Freddy Krueger's universe.
Yeah, in Freddy Krueger's universe, Dick Cheney, in the 80s, he's training the Mujahideen at this point, so he's still out doing stuff. Just not on Elm Street. Just away from Elm Street, that's it.
They were like, Freddy Krueger, can you get him? And they were like, even Freddy was like, yo, that nigga don't dream. I don't know what's going on with that motherfucker. He's asleep, bro.
He keeps his eyes open.
I'll leave him alone.
God damn, that's so funny.
Dick Cheney got Freddy shook.
Real shit.
All right, cool. I think that's the list then. I think we're good. Top 10 villains.
Here.
Number 1.
Oh, yeah.
Number 1, Joker. Number 2, Satan. Number 3, Hitler and his homies. Number 4, Darth Vader. Number 5, Thanos, even though he was a hero. Number 6, Scar. Number 7, Voldemort. Number 8, Freddy Krueger. Number 9, the refs. And number 10, our friend, Dick Cheney. Also, shout out to our honorable mentions, Anton Chigurh, Billionaires, Lord Farquaad, Sauron, Yolanda Saldivar, T-1000, T-1000, Genghis Khan, White People, and Dr. Evil.
I'm happy with this list.
Cool. Good shit. Good shit, everybody. That was a good app.
That was so much fun, man. Please let me come back. That was so much fun.
You'll be on all the time. Don't worry.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're like fucking built for the show. So.
I disagree with everything everybody said.
Cool.
I mean, without you, I don't think anyone can convince us to put Yolanda Saldivar on. That's 100% yeah.
No.
Yeah. And
Yo, what she did was terrible.
And I think if it's anybody else, I think Satan's number one. So the Joker owes you that.
Got your back for life, dog.
you guys are good friends.
Life.
All right, cool. We'll see you all next week, Tuesday at 12 p.m. We're gonna do
1 p.m. 1 p.m.
Oh, sorry, 1 p.m. I say it wrong every time.
You do this every week.
Next week is gonna be top 10 sports with Luke Schwartz.
Ooh, I like that.
So come back for that. Cool. We'll see everybody. Thank you guys for coming. Thanks, Derek, for being here. And
Everybody.
I miss you. I hope to see you soon.
You will. You will.
Cool. All right. See you, boys.
Yeah.